For this week, as we study the nervous system, we've talked about the central and the peripheral nervous system. It was in your worksheet yesterday, but the worksheet didn't really have the amount of detail that I would like you to have. So please write this down. I am posting this as a flipped lesson because not all of the detail that you need to know is actually in the worksheets. It's in the textbook, but just to kind of help you out. So let's write down the functions of the two divisions of the nervous system. And since I'm recording this as a flipped lesson, real quickly, just to put this in here, this is from yesterday when we talked about the neuron, the nerve cell, and all the parts. You need to make sure that you know the body, axon, dendrite, and synapse as parts of a cell. You also need to know, and we talked about this yesterday, you also need to know the pathway it takes for a reaction. And this is an involuntary reaction where the sensory neurons in the foot get the signal that you stepped on a tack. It's a very strong signal. Chemicals in the synapse goes to the interneuron, goes to the interneuron is in the spinal cord. It's such a big, important signal that the spinal cord sends a message to through the motor neurons that says move. At the same time, it sends a message to the brain that says ow. So by the time your brain's saying ow, your foot already moved. All right, that's a quick review from yesterday so that it is on the flipped lesson. Yesterday's worksheets, and let's talk about this. Your central and your peripheral nervous system. So who can tell me what makes up your central nervous system? Your brain and your spinal cord. And what are your brain and spinal cord primarily doing? What's your brain doing? Okay, good. So these two together are primarily, they receive the information, they process it, and they make decisions. And the peripheral nervous system is made up of what? All of your nerves and the 5 senses. So the peripheral nervous system is gathering information from inside and outside your body. It sends it to the central nervous system. Occasionally, the brainstem will, or excuse me, the spinal cord will make a quick decision like move your foot, move your hand, run away, duck. And after the information here goes to the central nervous system, something goes back to the peripheral nervous system to tell it what action to take. So the action or response goes back to the peripheral nervous system to the motor neurons. So that's the kind of big summary of that. Parts of the two divisions of the nervous system. So today we're going to talk a little bit more specifically about the brain. Again, the brain is obviously central nervous system, but the brain, the worksheet goes over kind of the basics, but not a lot of specifics about what each part of the brain does. And there is a separate flipped lesson that I recorded last period on the brain. Please look over these for studying the quiz and the test.